Y'all know how it is, man. I disappear for a few days and then bam, I hit you with a bunch of videos, man. The Detroit Lions should definitely extend kicker Jake Bates. There was some stuff that happened in the NFL world yesterday from the making of this video that would be May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and it was hot. It was hot and spicy for Justin Tucker. Now, we going to leave that off the field stuff off the field, and we just going to talk about the on-field activities. And Jake Bates is the new potential Justin Tucker minus the off the field stuff, if you get my drift. So the Detroit Lions, in my opinion, should extend Jake Bates. Now, we have to take care of Aiden Hutchinson. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt. And Brad Holmes is going to have some financial musical chairs that he's going to have to play. We're going to have decisions to make. He's going to have decisions to make next year. Sam Laporta, Brian Branch. You're going to decide eventually what to do with Jamison Williams, although you've locked him up for 2 more years. You're going to Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell. So you got to figure out, I already said that, Sam Laporta. Whichever one I didn't say, I'd say that. And when you get 45, you forget what you said 5 seconds ago. But did I say 5 seconds ago? Whatever I just said. So that's what we need to do, okay? I think that we need to extend Jake Bates. I believe, and I know it's a little early. It's a little early for me to say this. Not enough of a sample size, okay? But this kid has the ability to be the next, in my opinion, Jason Hanson. Here's what I mean, is a stability at kickers, stable kicker. We did have 2 in recent memory. We had Jason Hanson for like 20 years. I mean, the dude outplayed everybody. Barry Sanders, he outplayed everybody. He was one of the last remaining people from the old school AstroTurf days. And then we moved on to Matt Prater, who was here for quite a while. And I never forget a couple years ago, I want to say it was year 1 of Brad and Dan. We went through like 7 kickers. We had Seibert. We had Riley Patterson, Michael Badgley, who I think had the job until he got hurt and until this guy from the UFL came and made a name for himself, Jake Bates, from selling bricks to kicks. That's how he did it, right? So the Lions, in my opinion, should lock him up. Now, Justin Tucker, he's been in the league a long time. Currently, he's not. He probably will find a team maybe sooner than later. Some stuff might have to play out for that whole thing. And do me a favor, that off the field stuff, don't put that stuff in the comment section. We're just talking about from a field on the field standpoint, okay? I don't want to have to go through. That's not what this is about. We're talking about kicks right now. So, in my opinion, Jake Bates been doing it just a year. Like this. This guy was on a bunch of practice squads, and I don't think he ever made a team until we gave him a chance. He went to the UFL, and those guys support the UFL. Support the UFL, man. The Michigan Panthers had the 2nd highest attendance after week 5. It was the Battlehawks. They don't have a team in St. Louis. They had 26,000. We had 11,000 plus. And I think with Bryce Perkins showing out the way he is and the team winning, winners bring people out. Support the Michigan Panthers, man. We need this league around. Jake Bates is one reason why. I think a lot of teams are going to be taking a look at Bryce Perkins as well after this year. And we saw him with the Rams. As a matter of fact, somebody put in my comment section that maybe Brad should take a look at him. I'm just saying. I think that league is perfect. So make sure you guys support it if you can. Anyway, tickets are cheap, man. It's a blast. Go down there. The more people, the better. Hopefully you can hear us on TV. Shout out to Michigan Panther Pride, a podcast that covers the Michigan Panthers. But Jake Bates has solidified, in my opinion, his spot on the Detroit Lions. I mean, there's some stuff he can work on. He got a leg. He got the booming Bates, but got to get that accuracy down a little bit more, specifically on extra points. He can tighten up there. But to me, I think that he's shown enough that I would at least extend him for another 2 years. So I would make him, he's already got, we signed him to a 2-year deal. That's how much the Lions believed in him. But I would lock him up for another 2, making him part of our team for 3 years. It was not only did they sign him for 2 years, which is unheard of for a guy that like has no kind of connection to the team from the UFL, has no NFL kind of criteria, no backstory in the NFL, right? No stats. Signed him to a 2-year deal. So the Lions believed in him. Dan Campbell was saying during training camp that we believed in him. And he came through. Won us the game. We were trailing against the Minnesota Vikings early in the season. Walk-off win. A game we shouldn't have won with the Texans. Won that game, right? So to me, we should definitely extend him. But I want to show you something. Here is Justin Tucker. And Justin Tucker was falling off. There's no doubt about it. Just 3 years ago, he broke our hearts with a kick that shouldn't have counted. That was 66 yards. That is still the current NFL record. But shouldn't have counted, but, it is what it is. Field goal percentage, 73%. Extra points, 95.6. His long was 56. He had 120 points. Now, in his defense, he is in his mid-30s. He's been doing it for a long, long time. From 2012. So he's been doing it for a long time. Mid-30s, so he's a good 10 years older than Jake Bates. But Jake Bates, his first year as a full-time kicker, 26 years old. Again, no draft status because he wasn't drafted. So Justin Tucker goes 80. Well, Justin Tucker goes 73%. All right. Jake Bates, 89. Field goal or extra point percentage. Justin Tucker, just a wee bit better. Jake Bates, 95. Justin Tucker, long, 56. Jake Bates got it by 2, 58 points. 126 for Justin. For Jake Bates, 142. I personally have seen enough that I would extend Jake Bates for at least 2 years. I mean, if you want, give him a year. Give him a year extension. I have no idea what he's making. I can't remember if it might be a couple of million, but let me see if I can pull it up on Spot Track real quick as we talk about Jake Bates. I think that we should definitely extend him for, in my opinion, I would give him a 2 year, but I have to type in NFL because it's apparently another Jake Bates. So, but I would extend him, but let me know in the comment section below, what would you do? Would you extend him now or would you wait? Does he still have to prove himself a little bit more? Now, here's coming from Spot Track. Jake Bates signed a 2-year deal, $1.9 million. So almost $2 million. And from selling bricks to now you can get your own kicks, man, is insane. Contract with the Detroit Lions. He had a $100,000 signing bonus, a $150,000 guarantee, and an average annual salary of just under $1 million. In this year, 2025, Bates will earn a base salary of $960,000 and a workout bonus of $75 million, while carrying a cap hit of $1.085 million. So for me, now the Lions did make him a ERFA. So that is an exclusive rights free agent. I believe that is the one where, like, Brock Wright was under a couple years ago, where if somebody tries to match, somebody offers Jake something, the Detroit Lions could match it and keep him. And we did that same thing with Brock Wright. You guys remember the San Francisco 49ers, which is kind of crazy to me because they just made George Kittle the highest paid tight end in the National Football League. So anyway, we wind up matching the deal. And I guess if you don't match it, then they go there. So for me, I would just be like, nope. Let's lock you up 2 more seasons. What would you do? Do you need to wait a little bit more for Jake Bates to see, I believe in him, but he not extension right now? Or would you do it? And if so, how many years would you do it? And what would you offer? I don't really know what kickers are making nowadays. Maybe I should see where he is. Where does he rank as far as kickers? I don't think I can see that here. It usually will tell you where they rank at. Can I click on his name? Detroit Lions kicker. Okay. Nope. I would have to do something. I don't feel like doing that right now because these are all in real time. So I wonder where he ranks, but not bad for your first year. Almost 90% field goals and 95% extra points. So for me, I mean, I've seen enough. I saw him in the UFL, and there was some concerns in the UFL about him missing kicks and things like that. And I think if he could get it down the middle, like on a more regular basis, he'd be giving you a heart attack. But they go in. So I mean, he's a kicker. He knows what he's doing. He can work on that. But I have seen enough that me personally, I would sign him to a 2-year deal. If not more. I mean, I think we got a lot, and we talk about people with upside and potential. The Lions love to use those words. Again, this is a guy that we brought in from the UFL. We wind up signing him to a 2-year deal. We had Michael Badgley on the roster. Michael Badgley blew out his hamstring, completely ripped it. We brought in a practice squad guy, which is okay to be just in case something happened to Jake. You would have a kicker. Yeah, if he's on the practice, he can't come in during the game, but you have a kicker to fall back on. But we signed Jake for a 2-year deal. So we never had, we after Greg Joseph was signed by, I want to say, the New York Giants, we didn't have a kicker on the practice squad. It was Jake Bates or bust. Like, that was it. So if the Lions believed in him enough to sign him from the UFL, sign him to a 2-year deal, not have a kicker, a practice squad kicker on the roster for more than half the season, that tells me they believe in him. So why not lock him up? Why not give him another? I would say, of course, minimum is all you can do is 1, but I would say 2, man. For me, my minimum would be 2. Now, of course, you got to figure that out. He's not going to break the bank, probably not going to affect too much of the salary cap. So for me, I would definitely sign him. I would even say, like, 3. I mean, he made $2 million for 2 years. That averages $1 million a year. So I don't know. Or maybe I'll let him kick out. We got him for exclusive rights, and then we really kind of give him a bag next year, like a kicker bag. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is. So if he's making $1 million roughly a year now, then what would be, put that in the comment section too below. Let's say you're the general manager, and just based off, you don't have to know the salary cap and all that. Just put him based off what you think you would put in, what you would pay him. So for me, making $1 million a year after year 1, if I gave him an extension, I don't know. It might be like, I could see like a 2-year, but see, I don't know what kickers make, and I think I need to know that. But I would definitely extend them for 2 years. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. And because you support this channel the way you do by watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, you guys know that I have indefinitely postponed merchandise because I would like to take out the middleman. I went further into detail why I want to do this. I will link that short. It's only a 3-minute short in this video. You guys can check it out if you like, where I explain why I'm going to do it, and I hope that you understand. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other, and as always, go Lions. And shout out to everybody I met at Ford Field, man. It's very humbling, and it inspires me too. I'm glad we got to kick it.